Hi guys, I'm here for one last video, and that is going to be a book review slash movie review of Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children by Ransom Riggs. I have been wanting to make this video for quite a while, like at least 2 weeks, and I've just been very lazy and procrastinating it, but I am excited to talk about this book and about the movie. Also, I'm going to be saying that this video is not going to have any spoilers about the book or the movie. It's just more of a video to tell you what I think about it and how good or bad it was. So let's get into it. So this story is about a boy named Jacob, and his grandfather has been showing him for his whole life these photos of these really peculiar events and people, and Jacob, when he was younger, used to believe it, and as he got older he stopped believing and saw it as more of a story. Then one evening Jacob discovers his grandfather dead, and he doesn't understand why this has happened, and he gets really confused about what's going on. And so Jacob decides he wants to go to the school that his grandfather always told him about. He is very excited to find out if it's really there or what's going on, and then when he gets there he discovers that the school actually does exist and everything that his grandfather's been telling him is true. With the kids in this school, they're very peculiar talents, and it's really interesting seeing all these different ways that they're done, and having it in the movie to actually visualize it was really amazing. In the story too, with Miss Peregrine, she is an Imbrins, I hope I'm saying that right, she's an Imbrim, and that means that she can turn into a bird, and she can also control time. And what happens is, with her power, she's able to preserve a day, and she can keep rewinding time so it starts again and again and again. And this is what we call a loop. The loop that Miss Peregrine has is for September 3rd, 1940, and it's really interesting how it always keeps looping and time keeps reversing, and kids and her who are in this loop don't age, which is very interesting, I thought, when I was reading the book, because they just don't age. And Jacob is from modern times, and he goes back, and then he has to keep going back so he doesn't get stuck. But this book definitely has a lot of dramas of trying to figure out how to keep everyone safe, how to keep the demons away, how to just keep everything going well. And I really did enjoy the book, but I did find it was overhyped a bit. Just a bit, because like I was expecting it to be a lot, like, because there's so much love and hype and like everyone is so obsessed with this series, I was so expecting it to just blow me away, and it didn't, which is really sad because I was really hoping that it would, and I'd be so excited and everything was going to be amazing. But don't get me wrong, I still really enjoyed it, and after watching the movie I still think this book is really good, and I'm excited to read the next 2 books in the series and to read the Tales of the Peculiar, I cannot say this word, I'm so bad, but I feel like it was overhyped, and it was a bit slow in the beginning and sort of beginning halfway point, and then it got picked up more of what was going on. But I definitely really did enjoy the book, and it was a lot of fun, and the movie was just amazing. Like, I saw it just before I went to Sydney on my like trip where I bought a lot of books, but I thought it was really great. Like, I love the actor that they got for Miss Peregrine, and her name has slipped me at the moment. Eva Green, I think is her name, but she did such a good job, like, in the photos with this. Like, here's a photo of Miss Peregrine in the book, and she looks so different, and I was thinking it was truly strange that they got someone who looks so different than her to be the role of her, but I just definitely loved her. She did a great Miss Peregrine. There's definitely a lot of differences from the book to the movie though, which I did enjoy. Like, there's some things that were left out, some things in the plot that I was a bit like, what's that? What's happening? The biggest thing I think stood out to me though, that I will talk about here, is that Emma and Olive's powers were actually switched around, because in the book, Emma, the main girl character, who is like the love interest to Jacob, she had the power to control fire, and Olive had the power to levitate and control air. So they've been swapped around. So Emma had the air powers, which I thought was a better way to like convey the story, and having Olive also older in the movie was a good idea too, and her fire powers are really interesting as well in that. And I really liked different ways they did things, like how they had Millard with his invisibility. They did a really good job in the movie. Really liked that. Just definitely watch it. I still can't get over Miss Peregrine. Like, she looked so good as the bird, and she was such a cute little bird. Did a good job too with Enoch's power of being able to bring things back to life. Like, I really enjoyed how he did that with his like little toys, and it was so creepy, and had the perfect amount of creepy in this movie. Like, the tone of the movie was so great with Tim Burton. Like, such a good idea to have him as the director of the movie, because it just felt so good and creepy, and it's just that creepy vibe that you want in this movie. Like, Claire and Fiona were really well cast, and they're so cute little adorable people, and Enoch and Bronwyn and her brother Victor, like, they did such a good job with all of these people. I also think Horace was done really well in the movie with his suit and his like being able to tell the future in his dreams. I just can't think of what the power's called right now. I'm having such trouble trying to think of stuff, but I definitely think all the characters were cast very well, and in the book it was really interesting because because I'd already seen the trailer, I was already thinking of these characters as them in the book, so I didn't really have much of that, you know, that didn't think that person was cast very well, didn't enjoy that. And I liked the way that like so much detail was put into what was happening, and even though there was a few plot points left out, I was okay with that because the movie just really the movie setting really like built up for that, and I really liked that Samuel L. Jackson was in this. He played such a great bad guy. Really loved him, and it's just so great. And I really am excited to hopefully have another movie coming out next year with Hello City. I hope it does happen because I think the story is good, and in the end is definitely different in the book and the movie, and I was like, don't know where this is really going, so hopefully there is a second movie, but there might not be, which is kind of sad, but I do hope they keep going. Like, I've been seeing the reviews and some people don't think it's the best thing ever, but I'm a bit confused because I thought it was pretty good. Like, I mean, my opinion matters. But I definitely did enjoy the book and the movie. Like, a few things annoyed me, but it's not like I've read worse books than this, and this one was definitely good with having the creepy photos. Like, seriously, some of these are so... Like, this is one that we see all the time with Emma with the fire powers, but it's definitely just such a good book, and I really do want to read them. And, like, the twins, too, in the movie. Like, the costumes were so on point in, like, everything. But I just... Definitely a good book. Loved the tome. Definitely a very unique story. Like, I haven't read anything like this, but when I read Asylum, I'm probably going to feel like it's got that similar vibe with the photos, but definitely a unique story, and it is definitely one of those books that should be read by people just to check it out. Well, hopefully guys you like my book to movie review. I don't feel like I talked about that much, but I don't really want to spoil anything, so I don't really want to talk too into detail, but just enough so that you might want to read this book. But anyway guys, thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you soon. Bye!